Welcome, dear soul, to this Wednesday's gentle journey into emotional maturity in relationships. Today, we peer into the unspoken truths of your love life, where you may be self-sabotaging, where growth awaits, and whether your heart is truly ready for the healthy love you deserve. Before you float 3 cards, each brimming with insight, let intuition guide you to choose card 1, card 2, or card 3. There is no wrong choice, only the invitation to receive what you most need to hear. Notice which one stirs your energy, which one seems to glow a little brighter. When you're ready, lean in and allow its message to unfold. If card 1 called to you, the High Priestess emerges as a guardian of hidden wisdom. She sits between 2 pillars, one black, one white, signifying duality, the seen and unseen. A veil embroidered with pomegranates and palms drapes behind her, hinting at mysteries unfolding beyond conscious view. At her feet lies a crescent moon, reflecting intuition's ebb and flow. On her chest, the symbol of the lunar goddess shines, reminding you that your emotional life flows like the tides. In relationships, the High Priestess reveals the hidden currents shaping your bond, unspoken fears, desires, ancestral patterns that tug beneath the surface. Perhaps you've wondered why you react with jealousy when your partner speaks to a friend, or why you hesitate to share your deepest longings. This card hints at past life echoes that whisper caution, urging you to honor your inner voice. For an occult insight, spend a night beneath the full moon. Place a bowl of water outside and let moonlight kiss its surface. In the morning, gaze into that water and journal whatever arises. No judgment, only curiosity. This practice awakens your inner oracle and strengthens emotional maturity by bridging conscious mind with intuitive wisdom. Imagine a scenario where you've held back tears during an argument, pretending everything's fine. Could that be your High Priestess asking you to release what's buried? What if the next time you feel the sting of emotion, you pause, place a hand over your heart, and invite your inner guide to speak? If card 2 chose your attention, the 9 of Swords appears as a figure sitting up in bed, head buried in hands, 9 swords arrayed on the wall behind. Darkness encloses her, yet beneath the sheets, a faint glimmer of white suggests protection. The swords represent piercing thoughts, anxiety, regret, self-criticism that keep you awake at night. Notice the roses along the bedposts. Even in despair, love's essence persists, waiting to be reclaimed. Practically, this card exposes the self-sabotage of mental patterns that erode emotional maturity. Maybe you replay every argument in your mind, amplifying small slights until trust withers. The 9 of Swords calls you to examine these thought loops. For a reflective ritual, write each fear on separate slips of paper. I'm not lovable. I'll disappoint them. I'm not enough. Sit quietly and burn each slip over a flame, visualizing the smoke carrying your anxieties away. Then breathe deeply into the space left behind. Imagine yourself lying awake at 2 a.m., replaying old fights until exhaustion steals peace. Could those swords be self-inflicted wounds? What if, instead of sharpening them through rumination, you laid one down, breathing in acceptance, breathing out compassion? If card 3 captured your energy, the star glimmers overhead. A naked figure kneels by a pool, pouring water from 2 vessels. One stream nourishes the earth, the other feeds the water, symbolizing the flow between conscious and unconscious. Above, 7 small stars cluster around a large one, guiding you toward hope and renewal. A bird perches on a tree in the distance, heralding the promise of freedom. In emotional terms, the star offers a balm for wounded hearts and a beacon for growth. It invites you to embrace vulnerability as a source of strength, to shine your authentic self without fear. This card hints that your relationship has the potential to flourish when you embody compassion, not only toward your partner, but toward yourself. For an occult practice, gather a small vessel of spring water, drop in a sprig of lavender, and place it by your bedside. Each morning, anoint your third eye with a fingertip of that water, saying, I open to hope, I open to healing. Visualize a moment when your partner reached for you after a long day, and you turned away, believing you didn't deserve comfort. The star asks, what if you leaned into that touch and whispered your needs? What new tenderness might blossom when you let your light shine through the cracks of past hurt? Across these cards, numerology and planetary wisdom weave their guidance. The High Priestess bears the number 2, ruled by the moon, calling you to balance receptive knowing with conscious action. The Nine of Swords resonates with the moon in Gemini, anxiety of endless thoughts, the need to communicate and release. The star, numbered 17, reduces to 8, ruled by Saturn, indicating the steady maturation of the soul through trials. Consider wearing a moonstone ring to strengthen lunar insight, or place a piece of aquamarine beneath your pillow to invoke the star's calming clarity. Let's expand with a few hypothetical scenarios. If you found yourself snapping at innocent comments, the High Priestess may reveal unacknowledged grief surfacing in your emotional reflexes. If you've lain awake worrying your partner will leave, the Nine of Swords suggests these fears lack evidence and can be soothed by honest conversation. And if you've experienced moments of peace where all seems right, the star reminds you to anchor that hope with small daily practices. Texts that say, "I appreciate you," shared morning meditations, or simply moments of quiet connection. Could this reading be the mirror that reflects both your shadows and your brightest potential? As the hours of this reading flow toward their close, let these messages settle like warm light in your chest. The High Priestess urges you to trust your inner voice before reacting. The Nine of Swords challenges you to transform anxious thoughts into compassionate self-talk. The star encourages you to embody hope and share it freely with your beloved. These cards whisper of growth that springs from honesty, from gentle curiosity about your inner landscape. If you felt drawn to card 1, 2, or 3, share your number in the comments. Your experience matters and helps our community grow. Which truth touched you most deeply today? I'm honored to hold space for your story. If this reading resonated with you, tap subscribe and join me tomorrow for another tarot exploration. Until then, may your heart remain open, your mind gentle, and your spirit ever curious.